So I am here today on August 29, and we are going to do a little tour of our urban garden. My very first urban permaculture garden. And so I've tried to achieve a couple of things here that just goes to show you that we are urban, that loud car going by. And I've tried to be as perennial as possible. I've tried to create a system that continuously feeds itself. And hello. And so I've also tried to create as much edge as possible by creating wavy lines, which adds to the aesthetic, I think, of everything. So here, right in the corner, is where I started off. After I took out all of the old bushes and tried to fertilize the soil area with good compost. Actually, over here, along the wall was a very deep ditch, maybe about 1 foot, and I tried to take a bunch of branches from the bushes that I had cut down that were in the space before and create a hugelkultur bed by sticking the branches on the very, very bottom. And on top of that, to create, to compensate for the nitrogen loss from burying the wood, I planted along the wall there nitrogen-fixing beans. So later, I plan on in the fall, in the autumn, to take all of this area where there is not perennial plants, which would be the beans and the vegetables over here on this side, and plant a what is it called? Cover crop of red clover. And so we'll see. I want to continuously build on the nitrogen here in the garden. And so here we have tomato plants, and we have other vegetables. I didn't go crazy on vegetables because I am a vegetable gardener at a farm. It's a vegetable farm, so I can get all the free vegetables I want. So I wanted to stick mostly with fruit. Fruit was my goal here. So I just started the garden off here, and I knew it wasn't going to get much light because we have a giant tree right here that's actually a plum tree, so it does produce food, which is really good. But right here at the edge is really the only place that actually gets sun when the sun comes. So the vegetables didn't do so great, even though that tomato plant actually is okay. I also have, for aesthetic purposes, these flower bed logs along the wall there. And right here, I planted an apple tree, and at its feet would be strawberries. We have here a watermelon. The productivity is a little low because I made the garden a little too late in the year, and then we had a very rainy spring, so things got a very slow start. Also here we have other kinds of melon, like a cantaloupe, and then back here we have Kirby's pumpkin. And this tree actually is the real big producer of the year, of the summer. And you can see right here that it is a pear tree. And they're all young trees, but soon will be bigger. They're medium-sized trees that will only grow about 9 meters by 3 meters. And I had to do that because of the small space. I created a trellis here for grapes. The grapes did not produce. I got a late start on those, but that's okay. another little tomato plant that my neighbor planted. And here we have 2 bushes on those outcroppings right there to create more edge, and those are blueberry bushes, and they are a different variety which bloom at different times of the season. So that's a nice way of continuously keeping crop flow. And right here, this back trellis, I thought this thing was going to be a little bit more than it was. I think I might need to just plant more of them. I was surprised at how little it grew, but this is a blackberry bush. I think maybe due to the size of the trellis, I might have to get 2 more blackberry bushes planted in back there or something to get more of a yield. And then, of course, here is another trellis for a grapevine, and this one is the red grape, and the other is white grape, green grapes. So here's my permaculture garden, urban permaculture garden that I am very pleased with. The productivity isn't so high this year, but I have high hopes for the future.